Welcome back to some more Alpha Centauri Alien Crossfire with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. New recording session. You can tell because my hoodie's zipped up compared to the other one. But no, this is a new session. I did some tweaking with the audio, so you may have noticed those with keen senses of hearing as my phone goes off immediately, so that's a great start. That in the last few videos, they're all in the same recording. Let's turn all these sounds off. In the last set of recordings, I had to manually turn up the volume every time a cutscene played or like a new building was built. Primarily because, as I turned out when I was editing them, couldn't hear them. So, yeah, we got to get that adjusted. There we go. Sound off on all my devices. Right, this episode. First thing I want to do is work out if this, because we found the Garland crater when we traded maps, is this all one giant landmass? If we zoom out a little bit, which is something that you can do in PRACX, which is really cool, I do like it, there is a possibility that all of this, up to here, obviously this is where we are, all of this may potentially be connected. There is a little bit of water here, so it might not be, but I am very curious if we are connected in any way, shape, or form. The Hive are in a terrible situation. If we do a quick, faction by faction run, they only have 2 cities that we know of. They're right cramped in this corner of the map. They're not having a good time. The University is our biggest faction rivalry. You can tell by the dominance at the bottom. We don't really know how big they are, but we know that they got the Monsoon Jungle, which is the best of all the effects, all the special traits, special characteristics on the map. That's the one that you want, and that's the one they got. You can tell that's why all of their cities that we can see are so big. So they're probably going to be our main competition. The Believers seem to have been started on an island by themselves, albeit they are at war with the Hive. Very grateful. Every other faction is very happy that this was the case because they're a nightmare to deal with. The Gaians and the Morgans seem to share an island. The Morgans really haven't done anything of any note at all. Technically, they have a land border with the Peacekeepers, but truth be told, nobody likes to traverse this way. But the Hive and the Peacekeepers, the Hive, the Peacekeepers, and the Morganites all just don't seem to really have accomplished anything. And then the Gaians are doing typically what the Gaians do. If they don't start next to a super aggressive faction, they kind of just sit, do their own thing, and have a very mediocre game experience. We're doing pretty well, because we haven't been bothered by anybody yet. There is a time coming where we're either going to have to just kind of absorb Lal, or maybe if we want to take the fight out and take this land off either the Peacekeepers, eventually the end game is going to have to involve dealing with the University, because nobody else has. So I guess that's going to be something that we have to do, because we can't out-tech them. They get a 20% bonus, we get a 20% penalty. So that's pretty tricky. But yes, what we're doing is we're going to try and explore out in this island and see what is going on. Only thing otherwise I've done between episodes and recording sessions is I hurried the 3-res Sentinel in Assembly Hall. So let's end turn and see where we're at.
Enemy project initiated.
That should be fairly loud now, so when the announcer speaks, should be nice and vocal. So Lady Deirdre is going for the planetary transit system, which is what we want. Turn the sound down for
Production
this.
complete.
Because all of that is pretty gross. We've got our energy bank. What do we want here? So this is going to be our high energy location, I think. Well, relatively high energy. Still, we need to start bridging the science gap with the University.
Complete.
Thanks for the C-former confirmation. We want in common ground. It's in a not very good place when it comes to expansion per se. Doesn't get a ton of food. Now I'm gonna go and just get an energy bank. It makes some energy.
Production complete. Production complete.
I hope you enjoy listening to production being completed, because you're gonna hear a lot of it.
Nutrient resources.
Well, at least we know where to put another city. And I think we did decide on the previous episode we're going to settle a colony here, just so we have an easier way of getting over to that new landmass. So we're founding Domai Dome in 2228, and we're going to get all the standard buildings. You know the drill by now. We probably will need some extra formers, so let's get them out too. Get rid of that fungus. I see we still have a rover in the way of Lal's, so So that's very convenient of him. Zone of control can eat my butt sometimes. Let's pop that
Pod
pod.
recovered.
50 energy, we'll take it. And we should probably get a road over to Liberty Plant, please. Start getting rid of some fungus. And this transport is kind of just doing nothing at the moment, eh? I think we plan to just have it sit around this area, in case we have to go after the Gaians. But I think we'll send it over to Liberty Plant.
Pod recovered.
Not a very useful map, that, bud. It's okay. Do we want to scout out more of the Gaian territory? No, I want to see what's on around the monsoon jungle, I think. And as for you... There's so much fungus in that gap, so I'm going to go around and see what I can see.
Turn complete.
Oh, Deirdre wants to talk to us. She's magnanimous, she loves us. For now. We'll see how long that lasts. Wants to do a tech swap? Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that trade.
Humans. Correct in making leap from wealth as currency to wealth as energy. But logic failure. Wealth ultimately is extension of desire, fluctuating with emotions and state of mind. Desires, when all are supported in purely adaptable system, true wealth is achieved. Usurper Judamar, human nature.
I get they had to make the alien factions sound different when they speak, but could they make them talk any slower? So adaptive economics gives you the thermocline transducer, creates more sea energy, very useful. Battery energy grid I would like, but we're probably not going to get it. Gives you a free energy base in every city, so it just saves you 1 energy per city you build them in. Stockpiling energy is just kind of what you do if you have nothing to build. I almost never do it until the very, very late game if you happen to have to go science-based victory. You know what? That's a tech that gives you nothing, so I will do that for the map. I'm not giving you that one. How about now? They all want non-linear
Production
mathematics.
complete.
Talking is hard. And I don't blame them, but they're not getting it from me. Not willingly. So Labour Trust had a colony pod. We will go for a
Production
second one.
complete.
Sure is.
Terraform complete.
Let's move our colony pods over to... Well, moving to Domai Dome might be a little bit dangerous at the moment, so let's go to living standard.
Nutrient resources.
Cool, we can finish our recycling tanks early on our new colony. Excellent. And it doesn't look like this is connected. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
Turn complete.
I wish it was... Well, if this was connected, but this wasn't, that would be the best of both worlds. But that's okay. At least means, unless it's connected here, we might have some relative safety. Yeah, we definitely want to get another city down this corner. Maybe even one, say, here. Yes, again, there'd be overlap, but that'd be fine. We'll see.
A ship at sea is its own world. To be the captain of a ship is to be the unquestioned ruler of that world and requires all of the leadership skills of a prince or minister. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Leadership and the Sea.
Now, we still haven't run into the tech that I'm trying to get, but Doctrine Initiative is a good second prize. We can get cruisers, so the fastest naval units that we're able to build in the game. Naval yards, which give morale to naval units, not a huge surprise there. And the Maritime Control Center gives you a naval yard at every base, which is good. That increases all non-native naval units' movement by 2, which is massive. We definitely want that. How much are naval... Yeah, naval yards are 2 energy normally per turn as well, so that's very good. So we definitely do want to build that.
Production complete.
Spanner Works doesn't need to build another one. We might start building. We can't build it in Spannerworks because it is a
Production
landlocked
complete.
settlement. But what we do may potentially want to do, because we just got to see Colony Pod, let's get... It's going to cost you extra because we don't have a Skunkworks available to use yet. But we want... Let's see if it built one automatically. Let's see if the game was smart enough to do it. Did it build us? It did. Destroyer transport. You can go into the workshop and design all these units yourself. I have it set up, and I think the game does this by default, where it will automatically generate units for you. But you can certainly create custom ones on the side, or even obsolete ones that you don't want anymore. I also have it doing that, although it's not always fantastic at that job. The Destroyer transport's going to take us 11 turns to build, but
Production complete.
it will be able to carry more troops, and they'll be able to move them quicker. So we want to do that. Children's Crash is built at Guild House. You need a defense perimeter for sure, because of your
Production
proximity to
complete.
Miriam.
Production complete.
Thank you.
Pod recovered.
Oh, we fell through a dimension. Okay, that's fine. We fell through a dimensional portal and through a rift, and it moved us, what, like 4 tiles? If this is not connected... Okay.
Terraform
It looks
complete.
like it might not be connected at all. At least not to here. Or that's not connected either. This might be connected, though, by the looks of it, which is not so good. This guy needs to get out of the way. It's so bad, I'm going to build a road here. Sea Colony Pod. Do we start going over to the ruins? I think we do. Although there's a good city location here as well because of the sea minerals. But I think for this second right now, what the game plan is to settle, say... Well, all these 8 are all going to be ruins. Do we want to save that for a city location? We probably do, so let's not get too close to it if we're going to say settle here. So it would be... Let's settle, say, there. Our transport foil is back. Let's start having it move to living standard. And you do a farm mine road, please. This colony pod's going to start moving over to living standard. We're just gradually going to move things over there as our exporting location.
Turn complete.
Yeah, so this is complete. We knew this was a separate island. This looks like it's completely separate as well. But we know this is not compared to this area, because we can see this tiny spaghetti strand through. I'm surprised the university's not expanded further, given how much food it has, and that makes building colony pods an absolute breeze.
Production complete.
We should find a place. Miners Freehold would be a kind of hilarious place to build the Maritime Control Center. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Start trying to build the
Project
battery energy grid. We're
initiated.
not going to get
Production
that, but at least we
complete.
can start putting some production into it. I don't like building secret projects at sea because they're so easily lost. But you, my friend, can probably do with an energy grid, and then after that, go for an aqua farm, and then a transducer, and then you're going to go for a hab complex, and then a perimeter defense. So you've got a lot of things on the go. I'm going to start moving this worker up to living standard.
Terraform complete.
We are eventually going to use Domai Dome as the exporting location, but it's just too isolated currently. You're going to do terraform, construct road to said dome location. Just going to have you sit in place. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pod
Ooh,
recovered.
solar collectors. Okay. Could be a lot worse.
Turn complete. Improvement
Oh
destroyed.
no! A spore launcher destroyed our farm near power grid. Where would that have come from? We'll have to check. Why we've been trying to
Terraform
clear
complete.
fungus out. So it hit, what, this tile? which means it might be here, it might be here. I don't think it could hit it from anywhere else. This Unity rover is going to be a great tool to use to try and find it. There. Wait, how did it get there without being detected? That's a sign we need more formers. Getting more sensors. Maybe it just spawned there. Well, complete your farm mine road. That's fine. And you're going to move here and build a road.
Energy resources.
More energy. Excellent. We'd love to see that. Yeah, so it looks like this is a pretty big island that's completely isolated, which is fantastic. Oh, hi, University. Who are still non-committal. They have 434s. I will give you a tech if you will trade. I'm still going to say no. Give us a tech, we will give you a tech. Till then, no dice. They do have sea base. Yeah, we can kind of see the edge of their monsoon jungle. This is enormous. Like, this is one of the biggest spawn jungles I think I've ever seen. I am kind of jealous. I'm not going to lie. Here's the uranium flats.
Turn complete.
Uranium flats just give you more energy, I think, per tile. Yeah, they do. This, yeah, is on its own separate island too, but this is a tricky one because it's right in a channel. The Hive did get a third city out in the middle of nowhere, but at least they're pushing the border back. Forest near Labour Trust has been shot down. The wildlife's getting mildly
Some civilian
irritated.
workers got in among the research patients today and became so hysterical I felt compelled to have them nerve stapled. The consequence, of course, will be another public relations nightmare. But I was severely shaken by the extent of their revulsion towards a project so vital to our survival. CEO Nwabuda K. Morgan, The Personal Diary.
Yeah, so Morgan doesn't deal with people's issues very well, so just staples. We've not had to talk about nerve stapling because our population has been so happy. It's an option down here with this button, so you can just staple all of your unhappy people in the membrane and make them happy. We don't really want to do that. And it counts as an atrocity, what a surprise. So Drilling Grounds did get a research hospital. You're going to go for the Maritime Control
Project
Center.
initiated.
It's a pretty good place for it. Got some more workers, which we evidently need because we're
Production
getting shot
complete.
by
Production
native
complete.
wildlife. There's a drone. We finally have seen a drone. So Welders Shipyards has a drone. The drone will still technically do work. It will just be miserable. And if you have more of those with a red background than folks that look like this, the city will stop functioning. So what we're going to do is get a children's creche and then a recreation commons, because that'll help reduce drone numbers.
Production complete.
Very common in naval cities in particular to have this problem because they can grow so quickly, depending on what's around them.
Production complete.
Okay, so there's nutrients on that edge. I want to see more of his land without upsetting him, so I have to tread a little bit carefully. Who's bought... Is Miriam here with a sea city, I guess? That should be a safe
Terraform
tile.
complete.
This is going to be a farm solar road. This guy wants to continue building roads to Domai Dome, which, it's getting freaked out by that unit. So we'll just do that instead. You're now in living standard, so I'm going to put you one tile away so I remember that you're there. You need to go back to heal.
Terraform complete.
We finally got a road to Anvil of Man. We're going to celebrate by getting some forests. You're going to auto-improve your nearby city. Temporarily, I'm going to do the same with you as well, because I've been ignoring Spanner Works, and that way I can't do so. Get down at Tanker's Rest. Now, we technically can't work the monolith yet because we can't see it. We'll get a unit over there shortly to deal with that. For now, the city's just going to kind of sit and be generally a bit useless, but it's okay. What we need is a children's creche, and then a sea former immediately.
Turn complete.
Like like that, and then where was... I think it was somewhere over here. Do we have any spare units over here? We do not. That's not a great sign. So we're going to have to borrow this impact rover. So roads increase your movement threefold. So normally this can move 2 tiles. It can move 6 on a road.
Turn complete.
It'll probably shoot us again, that spore launcher. We just don't know. Depending on what it
Production
shoots,
complete.
might tell us where it is. Biology lab is built. What do you need next? You've got some good production going on, but not a lot of food. We're almost... Maybe we'll start... We might get... Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Wait a second.
Production complete.
Wait. I think I just saw something that's going to be critically important to deal with. You need a recreation commons. I'm pretty sure I
Terraform
saw...
complete.
This. That's terrible. So it looks like this is something the AI would never do in the regular version, so the PRACX mod maybe does this. It looks like they've increased the height of that terrain, which has meant this is no longer in the sea. So we technically have a land border now with Miriam, which is terrifying. We need to get... I know you are removing sea fungus. I need you to cancel those orders. And move over here, please. Because we don't want that. Eventually, maybe, but not right now. We are not ready. I can also see that Lal has a sea colony pod. I don't know where he's going with it. Maybe over here. That would be a little bit annoying. But it could be an awful lot worse. Not worried about Lal, he's miles behind. Get a forest. We didn't get shot again. So I don't know where this unit is. Let's see if we can track it down. We also need to track down where have all of my colony pods and all that gone. Which city did I tell them to go to? Yeah, we do have some drones going on now. We're going to have to start handling them. Like here, for example, we have 2 of them. We're going to just put a rep commons in now so I don't forget. Okay, so we have a couple of them that craftsmen keep. I have so many places now, I don't know what's where. Okay, so they're here. So I'm going to do that, so next turn they'll both be activated, and I'll make sure they get up over there. They're probably confused because they can't get past this rover. So I guess as a result of that, we'll come help them. Okay, there's Miriam. And she's obstinate. I'm gonna say no to that. I don't need a map in return for that tech giving away, because again, it's the one that will give them more attacking power. This is separate. That makes me so happy. So, they can still technically get over here, but this is connected only via that one strand of land, which is why the university hasn't expanded so quickly, so we're pretty lucky on that front.
Turn complete.
Oh, I think another forest was destroyed and I hit enter by accident. Where is our sea
Production
colony pod?
complete.
Yeah, we should probably keep popping that out
Production
here.
complete. Production
going.
complete.
I don't know where it is, but it has to be around here somewhere. It destroyed a forest, so it could be over here. Not there. Not there. You're going to get a perimeter defense in case she does something crazy. She's not stacked a bunch of units here, so I'm not super worried, but still. It's not something I want to contend with right now. You... have some options. Where do we want to get you settled as the next priority? There's Miriam's sea colony pod. Where's she looking to go? She could be going up here. I don't know. Let's see. If she leaves a city or two really isolated, I'm not worried about it, because they'll be easy pickings. I think we come up here. The question is, do we take this location first, or do we take this location first? I'm going to say we take this so we have at least something to see Miriam's troops coming. Let's go here. Okay, Lal moved his rover, so I'm not as worried now. And you didn't get a chance to do a full move, that's a shame. It takes a full move to move into a transport, which is why sometimes, like I said, it fails, sometimes it doesn't. These guys are going to be plonking down around this area, because this is not ready to spawn colony pods. Although we could put one in land here. Maybe we can go to 2 different places. Yeah, we'll do that. So you're going to go back to automatic sensors, because we clearly do not have enough of them. Because we are not seeing when we're being shot where it's coming from. You stay in place. You get rid of that
Terraform
fungus.
complete.
We finally have a road out to Liberty Plan, and because it's such an arid location, we're going to be putting forests down basically everywhere. Okay, we're going to annoy somebody regardless there. We're just going to stay in University Territory. We could totally pop that sea colony pod, but we're not going to. And we already know roughly what's there, so I'm not going to get into that fungus either. Oh, that was rude. We did defeat that Isle of the Deep, but that was pretty painful. The Gaians have signed a treaty of friendship with the University.
Juvenile sea lurks, when isolated from the collective planetary consciousness, perform astounding feats as underwater sheepdogs. Vast schools of calorie-rich sporefish may be herded by only a few well-trained specimens. Just don't let them get too close to the fungus, or they'll turn on you like a razor shark. Captain Ulrich Svensgaard, tending the sea.
Thank you, Mr. Pirate. So, yes, aqua farms do exactly what they say on the tin. Every food tile now gives you 1 extra if it's on the ocean. Or in some type of water, anyway. So this is now a 4 food tile. That's pretty good. To make it more tempting, we're going to go for... Where is it? The transducer.
Production complete.
Because that means every tile is going to produce 1 food, 1 energy extra.
Production complete.
Thank you for the C-formers. You're going to do your auto-improve home base. There it is. Wait. Why is it shooting us? It's closer to Miriam than it is to us. Stupid game. Doing stupid game things sometimes. You're going to start moving over to living standard then, now that at least we know where that is. And you're going to start getting rid of some of this fungus. Start with the one right next to the city. Okay, so you're also going to build a road over to Domai Dome. You people will be able to plow through that. Move the pods. There we go. And then you're going to... Well, I'm going to make sure you don't run through the fungus first, because I'm sure you would otherwise. We want you coming this way. Forest down.
Nutrient
Oh,
resources.
that's not what we wanted to see. We didn't want to see mine worms. We should get out of here before we irritate our fellow factions.
Turn complete.
Lots of kelp expanding. At least because we ran into it with a rover, the rover got to run away, so it's not
Production
a complete
complete.
bust. It's really annoying when you run onto it with a regular, like, infantry and they just pop and disappear. Just like my microphone keeps tending to. It's because I don't have a fancy background that it can, you know, contrast with enough. And then my background removal's like, hey, that must be your head. I get it, I have a big head, but my head does not look like a microphone. I can just say, oh, it's spooky for, you know, Alpha Centauri. Ooh. Workers' Paradise is making some good money. Is it working any naval tiles yet? No, so we're not going to go for the naval buildings. It doesn't have a ton of minerals, though. Get a research
Production
hospital.
complete.
Guild House at least now has some defense. You're going to get another sea.
The wicked have told me of things that delight them, but not such things as your law has to tell. St. Augustine, Confessions, Data Links.
So cyber ethics gives you the option of building the planetary data links. I don't think this is a particularly fantastic secret project. You just automatically get a technology if 3 other factions have it. As we've seen already, other than the university, nobody's teching very well. So this is not helpful. Really, we would only build it to prevent somebody else from building it, and I'm not that inclined. Knowledge is a social engineering choice, which is much more interesting. So if we click yes, and see, ooh, impact destroyer, we don't care. But social engineering, so we're filling a lot of the board up now. We still don't have this survival option for values. You know, trigger to something else. Gee, I wonder what else it could be. We've had wealth for a while. Knowledge. So it gives you -2 probe, which, until the spying game really comes to the fore, is inconsequential. But it gives you +1 efficiency and +2 science. And researching power is big boy. It gives us 6 more gold and makes us tech 1 turn quicker. We're going to do it.
Production complete.
The university will love that we picked that too, but they are an erratic AI, so you can't rely on them anyway.
Terraform complete.
We've got forest for days. Get a sensor there as well. This impact rover, I'm going to have generally go in this direction just in case we end up not going to take out that fungus. Nuclear fungus. 27 to 16, we should be fine. And we are. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so we are going to try to do terraform down. It costs you 72 credits, but we're too close to the Believers' borders. That was my concern. So what happens here is that if I sink this area, it's going to sink one of their tiles, and they'll be incredibly angry about it. So, couple of solutions. We can start trying to sink it from over here, and then carve out this path, or we can just kind of eat it and put a city here and make that as our stronghold against the Believers. That's what we're probably going to end up having to do. But while we're here, we are 100% going to improve this location. You're from Welders Shipyards, though, so what we're going to do is go to Guild House, right-click, support from here, and then we're going to auto-improve this base. We did take quite a lot of damage from that mindworm, so I guess we're just going to bravely run away. Oh, and he settled here. Okay. I mean, it's still a sea base. That's not a big deal, but still, it's good to know that's the way university's going. And the... This is a... If she was able to move this 1 tile closer, this would be a mega city. But this is really interesting that she's put that there. Okay, so it just means if we settle on this coastline with our land colonies, we're not going to have access to the water. That's not that big a deal.
Bot recovered.
Tidal wave that centers almost nowhere. Cool. Get a sensor. Get that next turn. We know the rules on walking into tidal pods. Ooh, cool. Nutrient resource discovered near Seawork Caverns. You'd love to see it.
Project initiated.
They're now building the planetary energy grid as well.
Production complete.
Thank you for the cycling tank. Okay, so we're going to settle where we were planning initially. So let's get Coral Warehouse. Well, I like that name. I do like that a lot. We're going to do Sea, Crash, Perimeter, Retcoms. You need to get back to town so you can heal up. This does mean getting my ship back's going to be mildly annoying because of how long their borders are. But what are you going to do?
Bot recovered.
A map. I mean, it could be worse. Again, we don't want to do that with one
Bot
move.
recovered.
150 energy, you'll love to see that. We have a lot of money.
Terraform
We're going to use
complete.
it before bad events remove it from us. We're going to leave, I guess, our
Turn
rovers in this
complete.
area just in case. Colony pod, we're gonna
Request confirmation.
speed you up, and then you're going to go into something that's not a colony pod, so we don't have you blow up by accident. Get a rec comments and a primitive events, because we will try and grow this to be pretty big based on where it is. And we're going to start trying to clear this big wave of fungus, I think. Beyond that,
Request confirmation.
definitely rush the planetary transit system so that we can get that before we put the new colonies down. Should have really done should have done that and waited a turn for the other colony, but it's fine, not a big deal. It's a sea colony, it'll grow super quick. 4 turns, 2 turns, you're being built, 2 turns, 5 turns. I'm just seeing if there's anything super duper important. There's no way we're going to build
Insufficient
you.
energy.
Not that far away, but we can't do it.
Insufficient energy.
Really close to getting the Citizens Defense Force as well.
Insufficient energy.
Nobody else is building that, so I'm going to wait. What we'll do potentially then is we might wait a couple of turns and then see if we can build a wonder by rushing it. But we're going to do that next episode, so hopefully you did enjoy the video. Like it if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more. Anything algorithmically positive, please do. I would appreciate it. And you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.